Ladies and gentlemen, hello. It's me, Jim. And I'm here today with an unedited video about the Hisuian Pokemon. Everybody's favorite Pokemon region. We're going to be able to finally use these guys in competitive Gen 9. And I thought I'd put together a quick top 5 list of what I think are going to be the most meta-impacting Hisuian Pokemon coming to the game. You know, it's going to be a crazy meta game. Returning, competitive beasts from the past are coming back. Gen 9 itself has released so many Pokemon that are clearly going to maintain their relevance in the metagame. Goldengo, Iron Valiant, Roaring Moon, etc. And these Hisui forms, some of them look nuts. Some of them look like they're going to really shake up how we play Pokemon, folks. Some might even say they're going to change competitive Pokemon forever. Especially Electrode Hisui is going to change, but no. Electrode Hisui is here as a placeholder. Electrode Hisui not on the list, unfortunately. Wish this Pokemon was better because I love it. It's a wooden Pokeball. It's a simple but fun idea. A wooden Pokeball. But anyway. Onto the actual list. Samurott Hisui. First up. Number 5 on the list. I have a video about this Pokemon. Ceaseless Edge is the new signature move that sets a layer of spikes. Insane signature move, maybe the best one. I don't know. I think probably the best one, I would say. Sharpness, fantastic ability. Slicing moves have power multiplied by 1.5. Huge damage increase. Samurott has plenty of slicing moves to use. Ceaseless Edge is a slicing move, so this comes to like 97 power. Dark type attack that stacks spikes. We've got Aqua Cutter for water stab. Sacred Sword comes to like 120 power. And various other things, X Scissor is another option. Maybe like Taunt Swords Dance, whatever you want. Knock Off, actually. Honestly, I didn't even realize Samurott got Knock Off, but that's got to be a fantastic option too. Aqua Jet, Prio. Yeah, a lot of great options on this Pokemon. I think that this Pokemon's comparable to Kleavor. But I think that this Pokemon will be better. I think the typing is better. The attack is a bit lower, but it's still good enough. You have such damage output off Sharpness. Such good stab types. And I love that you can run an Assault Vest on this Pokemon and still make spikes. Like, that's something we've never seen before. You've got the ability to make spikes, the ability to knock off. That's great utility on attacks. So Assault Vest will be a very good way to run this. It'll be a good switch in against Ghosts. It'll be, I think that Ceaseless Edge is a better move than Stone Axe because spikes stack. You can click this multiple times. Samurott will have more value in the mid-game than Kleavor. Kleavor will be probably an aggro lead or maybe a one-time big nuka guy, but I think Samurott Hisui will be like a defensive backbone a little bit. Maybe on more aggressive teams, a defensive Pokemon you can run with like good utility, damage output, and I think its typing will fit very well in the metagame. Its stats are pretty low. That's the other thing, but I think with the help of Assault Vest, Sharpness, and this great move pool, I think it'll be viable. I'm putting it at number 5. Now, number 4, I've got Hisuian Goodra. I made a video about this one as well. Very similar to Goodra Original. Very similar. But with a much better typing. Like a huge upgrade to typing. And better physical def as well. I think that this, another great Assault Vest user. You're going to be able to... Steel Dragon, you cover like most special attackers. Ground special stab and fighting special stab, not that common. And you resist or you're neutral to most other things. You got immunities. It's a great typing for a bulky special wall. And you have good special attack stat. Like, these stats are fantastic. You have great move pool, Fire Blast. I think that Assault Vest will probably be the best way to go, but you could even run, Life Orb choice specs, go offensive with it. You could go lefties in, Acid Armor Body Press. Some people are saying Curse as a win condition guy. It's a bit slow, I think, but could work, Could even like Terra Water on it. Terra Fairy, whatever. Just, yeah, really solid looking Pokemon. I think that this will, for certain, be a good addition to the game. I like it. Pokemon like this are always great additions to competitive formats, you know? Good type combo. Something that handles threats. This is going to be like, without this Pokemon, some things might be too overwhelming or whatever. This is a great option to have. And good a bit like Gooey is a pretty cool ability. It does proc Defiant and stuff like that. So maybe you don't want it all the time. Sap Sipper is another option just to come in on Spore and Sleep Powder. That's like pretty useful. And Shell Armor's good on the curse upsets because it makes you crit immune. They can't nuke through your defensive boosts. But yeah, Hisui and Goodra, very good. Number 3, I've got actually Enamorous, the Pokemon I made a video about recently. I think Enamorous looks incredible. I think that this Pokemon, like Superpower Contrary, is so good. And you have... People were saying that you have no way to threaten ghosts. I disagree. You have ways to threaten like every relevant ghost. Moonblast hits Dragapult. Earth Power hits Goldengo. If they're Balloon, you can run Mystical Fire. If you want a more consistent way to hit Goldengo. Like, your coverage is really good. Grass Knot destroys Dondozo. You have your Zen Headbutt for physical coverage. Play Rough if you want a physical fairy move. Iron Head to hit enemy fairies. And pretty good speed for what you are. Like, the thing about Gen 9 is that everything is like, take a look. Some people took issue with the statement I made in my video that I called Enamorous below average speed for an offensive Pokemon, but I think it's true because if you go to OU and you look at the speeds, like these Pokemon at the top are pretty much the whole, like all of the offensive Pokemon you see commonly. Dragapult, Chin, Cinderace, Roaring Moon. Like these guys are all the like purely offensive threats that you see commonly. Other than that, like there's like Volcarona, who's a boost sweeper, not really the same, and then it boosted speed anyway. Garchomp is not really a offensive threat anymore. It's like a hazard setter utility guy. It's not really like an offensive core guy. And then, you know, there's like Ceruledge, Quaquaval. Quaquaval can boost its speed. Goldie is used for utility, not for... Like there's a few slower offensive Pokemon too, but they're like bulky offensive Pokemon. In terms of like offensive fast guys, the speed creep is higher in Gen 9, and I think I'm comfortable saying that. So, and plus we've got like Tapu Koko returning and all these fast guys returning, Zeraora, all them. So Enamorous is slower than average, but it doesn't really, like, I think that maybe I could have got this across more in my video. It doesn't really matter because I probably would run Boots on this, and then every time you're in, you threaten like everything ever, you know? And it's not that hard to get this in, either defensively because you have immunities or resists, but you can pivot into it. Every time you pivot into it, this thing is gonna... Okay, they could... If I click the right button, you're gone. It actually has such a damage output. It has such even snowball potential. You can smack something with a physical coverage move and boost up at the same time. You can nuke through Clodsire with Zen Headbutt if they have Water Absorb. Zen Headbutt actually does... You could probably figure out an EV spread that 2 hits the things you need to 2-hit on the physical side, and then you run the rest in special. I do think Boots are going to be the best item because Rock weak, but this Pokemon looks excellent to me. I think that this is going to be a new offensive powerhouse. You could even probably afford to go slower. Honestly, for the more damage output, that could be worth it. Straight up. That could be worth to just... Like, this is such special attack. You get 405 max. So threatening. Earth Power, Mystical Fire. Sludge Bomb. Special move that hits fairies if you want. Taunt. Could be useful. I think Enamorous looks excellent. And now we're into the heavy hitters, folks. Number 2 on the list. To nobody's surprise. Sneasler. This Pokemon is perhaps Uber's level. This Pokemon is unbelievable. I'm sure that Psychic Seed will be the best way to go because it will make you immune to Prior while also proccing on Burden and giving you setup opportunities with the Spadef, Swords Dance, Close Combat. Folks, I have to call you out because a lot of you, I got so many comments on the Sneasel video saying that Sneasler cannot hit Goldengo with a single thing. Folks, you get Night Slash. You get Night Slash, which will be good coverage. You want to hit Ghosts. Hitting Ghost is important. I think even on the Unburdened sets, maybe you don't even run Dire Claw purely for coverage reasons. Like, Dire Claw has this crazy effect, but it's not really like good coverage. I think that you want coverage more importantly on a sweeper set because you're trying to just one hit and kill everything. You're not trying to fish for effects. So maybe you go Fire Punch or Terra Ice or something like that. Rock Slap, maybe. I don't know. I think that you want Close Combat, Night Slash, and maybe Dire Claw or Terra Blast. Because this set will one-hit Lando. And like just be able to pretty much like Fighting Dark hits most things in the game. Another thing is that Electric Seed will be really powerful because Tapu Koko's coming back, which means that's going to activate all the Quark drivers. So you could just run like Tapu Koko, bunch of Quark drive guys, and then Electric Seed Sneasler. That's probably an insane day one team that's going to go crazy. You just run Electric Seed, Sneasler plus 4 Quark drive guys and Tapu Koko. That is probably just going to be like, what the hell do I do against this? The attack stats through the roof. Everything's broken. It's like Unburden is such a good ability. You guys don't understand. Holucha is not that good, but it's been OU and like pretty good in a lot of gens just for having Unburden. Look at this Pokemon. It's not very good. It's like it's 92 attack. That's not great. This was on like Gen 7 OU power level, which was a crazy gen power level wise. You had the Tapus running around. Pre-terrain nerf, you had like, I don't know, the Ultra Beasts. You had Magiana. All these crazy guys. And this person was, this funny bird was going to bat with all those guys. Unburden is that good. And look how good Sneasler's damn stats are. It doesn't matter that its typing sucks. You can just... like Electric Seed, it's such a reliable way to proc Unburden. Defensive Terror will be great on this, obviously. You don't even need to Swords Dance up, even, to be a threat immediately. And then with off the seed, you can probably set up against a lot of stuff, folks. Sneasler, I think it's Ubers, actually. I think it's Ubers, but I don't know. Who knows? Like, the power level might be so crazy that Sneasler isn't Ubers. I think it's probably Ubers, though. And speaking of Ubers, number 1. Basculegion, to nobody's surprise. Swift Swim, Adaptability, both incredible abilities. This thing has Last Respects. I mean, I think that the chances of Last Respects getting banned are through the roof. Last Respects is probably getting banned. This move, if you didn't know, it got Houndstone banned. Houndstone is banned for having this move. Plus 50 power for each party member that fainted can be up to 300 power. You don't even need an attack stat for this to be. If the little Houndstone, what is the little Graveyard or something? If this got Last Respects, I think this would be used, to be honest. If this got Last Respects and Sandrush, even with like 0 attack, I think this would be used. Last Respects, Ghost is like the best neutral offensive type in the game. This nukes through, even if you resist, it's a 150 power. And this has Swift Swim, which is better than frickin' Samrush. It's better. And it has like Wave Crash, which... the combo of Swift Swim and Wave Crash has brute forced Floatzel into viability purely for having it. Floatzel is actually a good mon in OU just for having this combo. Terra Water. Basculegion has it too. And it's way better defensively. Water Ghost is great type combo. You lack some coverage, but you've got enough. You've got Head Smash if you need it randomly. You have, like, Ice Fang is decent. Zen Headbutt hits Clodsire, who's probably the most popular Water Absorb guy. I don't know if... Basculegion could be so powerful that we will see... like, Water Absorbers like Seismitoad come back. I don't know, but Yeah, the Swift Swim set will be great. Even if they ban Last Respects, I think this set will be great. Either with Swift Swim or adaptability. Waterfall Liquid. Yeah, Swift Swimmers have always been great. And then you have other options. You have even Mold Breaker could be used just to hit water absorbers, although you sacrifice a huge amount of damage output. Or like speed. But yeah, I think Basculegion looks ridiculous. And many people on my video were saying, like, once they ban Last Respects, you no longer have any ghost moves. You literally don't have any. Except for Last Respects. Besides Phantom Force and Shadow Ball, which are, like, not that usable. Phantom Force disappears for a turn. Shadow Ball is a special attack. You're not going to use those, but... obviously, Last Respects is, like, too much, and it's going to get banned. Probably pretty quickly. So with Last Respects, this is for sure number one. Even without Last Respects, I think this is going to be an insane wall breaker with adaptability. That is going to demand a lot from you. This is going to be like one of the central offensive forces in the game. It's pretty close between non-Last Respects Basculegion and Sneasler, though. Like, they could be pretty close, actually. Sneasler might actually be better, but it's close, and, you know, I would probably put Basculegion number one. You know, Dracovish vibes. Adaptability plus Terra Water. It is worth noting that I believe the Terra plus Adaptability stack on damage is like not super... It stacks less every time, if that makes sense. I don't fully understand how the math works, but it's not an exact like 1.5x. I don't know. I think they changed it a little bit, but it'll still be a lot of damage output. Anyway. That's about it for this one, folks. Thank you for watching. Do you disagree? Do you think Enamorous sucks? Many people were saying this will be UU. No way, man. This is no way this is UU. There's 0% chance. It's going to be UU. I'm going to look like an idiot. If it's UU, we've strayed too far. We've strayed too far if this Pokemon is UU. It has contrary superpower and these stats. If this is UU, we have gone too far. I'm just going to say that. If this is UU power level... some of the things on UU are pretty crazy right now, to be honest. It's a crazy world we live in. The power is through the roof. But folks, thank you for watching. I'll probably do a Hisui Arcanine vid. A lot of people wanted that. And I'll do a vid about returning Pokemon. Maybe a top 5 like this. Top 5 strongest returning Pokemon. Trying a new format here. If you liked this, more off-the-cuff style, let me know in the comments. I prefer the edited, more digestible style. That's valid as well, folks. Let me know what you prefer. And thank you for watching. Thank you to the patrons. Thank you to Fella. I forgot to add you again to the thing, but I'll do it right after this, I promise. I'll add you to the infographic here. Thank you very much, guys. And check out my other content. I have other videos. Check out Jimothy Gaming for gameplay channel. Gameplay's good. You guys want to see... I was playing with Floatzel earlier. Speaking of Floatzel. On the gameplay channel. New video, Floatzel. Watch it. It's visible on the screen. It's visible to you. Thank you guys. See you later.